Okay, guys, this is an interview. I will not allow you people to sleep on. I will not allow South Africa to sleep on this interview. I will not allow you to sleep on this interview. Everybody needs to hear this interview. Okay.
You're saying you would bypass those requirements?
I do not have to follow those. I'm not obliged by any act, by any law whatsoever.
And this probe now that the Premier has called for, you're saying it will have no bearing, whatever outcome shall come out of it will have no bearing on the decision that you took to invite these officials to go and view these health facilities without the proper approvals.
One thing that you must understand, my brother, first and foremost, is that public institutions belong to the people. They do not necessarily belong to the state. And secondly, I'd like you to understand that as a monarch, I am the founder, I'm the number one custodian. Now, I don't see any head of state or premier that is above a king to question or for me to be obliged to report to small boys like that. It would be out of logic and out of God's order.
As far as the donation that is said to have been received, I mean, when it comes to finances, there are stricter protocols in terms of national treasury for finances to be brought into the country. Was there a specific donation that was requested for the hospitals themselves, which is a government facility?
How many people have been giving donations here without being questioned? The AE, the Arab Emirates, donated 35 million. And nobody questioned why. And what makes me sick is that that money has not been accounted for, or Skamabuyane knows where that money ended up. And we are facing a problem where we are dealing with kleptomaniac thieves from premier to president, you know, because the president also donated for the floods about R1 billion, and that money has not been accounted for. Mabuyane, the premier and the cronies have chowed it already. If they are not complied or obliged to account to the people about what that such monies have done, then these are thieves that think have a right to do as they please. These are thieves that think the public purse is their mother's pathas.
Kumkane, so you are saying to us you needed no permission, one, to bring the officials in, two, you needed no permission to accept any donation.
Can you come again? My earphone fell off a bit.
So it's absolutely okay, Your Majesty. I'm saying you are saying you needed no permission to bring the Israeli officials into the province, neither did you need permission to accept any donation. As the monarch of the AbaThembi, you would have invited them, brought them into any facility of government the way that you please, and you don't need permission from any premier.
I don't need whatsoever. I will not accept to be subjected to that kind of condition because there is no legislation, there is no constitutional premise that actually enforces me to account to a president or to a premier of whatever nature and of whatever kind.
Now, finally, let us find out then, Kumkane, what permission did you give the Israelis? Did you give them permission to those facilities?
Of course, these are my facilities. I am the #1 custodian of the facilities. It's like if the premier brings someone in that same hospital and I don't desire him to do so, I can prevent him. But he can never prevent me.
The result, we are not saying the result of that delegation is the reason why the diplomat in Israel has been declared persona non grata, but should that be part of the reason, how would you feel about the decision to have invited them and not have followed the diplomatic protocols?
How could they be forced to follow diplomatic protocols when they are invited by a king? What other protocols are not invested in the powers within the king? We have even proclamation rights as kings. I can declare whatever existing law in the country null and void.
Your Majesty, we appreciate your time. Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity. AbaThembi King, they're joining us live from the Eastern Cape.